In today's lecture, we will review the standards of beauty and attractiveness according to research in today's culture. In all human societies, physical characteristics are important in determining whom one chooses as a sex partner. What is considered attractive varies considerably from one culture to the next. For example, the region of the body that is judged for attractiveness varies from one culture to the next. For some people, the shape and color of the eyes are especially significant. For others, the shape of the ears is most important. Some societies go directly to the heart of the matter and judge attractiveness by the appearance of the external genitals. In a few societies, the pads of the fat on either side of the vaginal opening in women are considered sexually attractive, and it is common practice for a woman to pull on hers in order to make them longer. Our society's standards are in the majority in one way. In most cultures, a plump woman is considered more attractive than a thin one. One standard does seem to be a general rule. A poor complexion is considered unattractive in the majority of human societies. Now let us review together the truth about beauty by an article in Psychology Today. We all know that gorgeous people get preferential treatment. This is not just us talking. This is actually scientific research which concluded that attractive people get preferential treatment. It's a not too fatty fact of life long attributed to the halo effect, a type of cognitive bias or judgment discrepancy in which our impression of a person dictates the assumptions we make about that individual. For example, people will more readily blame an unattractive person for a crime than an attractive one. Now, there's evidence that beauty, intelligence, and other positive characteristics may go hand in hand. So, evolutionary psychologists have opened a line of inquiry into the old age question about beauty, observing that both men and women alike appear more concerned than ever with both attractiveness and perceived physical imperfections. It's no surprise that a pretty woman will tend to be favored over others for a desired job opening. And there are some universal standards of beauty across the world, for example, clear skin and youthfulness. Now, the article goes on to ask questions about beauty. Let's review it. Is it important to be beautiful? Unfortunately, yes. We like to say that kindness and looks matter more, and that we appreciate what's on the inside most. But that is not exactly the case. We live by the notion that beautiful is best. In fact, most children are drawn to pleasing faces as opposed to unattractive faces. Is life easier when you are attractive? Truthfully, attractive people are afforded higher pay, more opportunities, special treatment, a free pass, so to speak. In fact, the more attractive you are, the higher chance of getting to the head of the line. Plus, the better-looking student is considered more competent and enjoys higher grades as well. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This is so unfair. This is horrible. But stay with me till the end. Let's continue. Next question. What are the disadvantages of being beautiful? Well, there are drawbacks to being beautiful. A person with a gorgeous face is often deemed incompetent and less likely to be hired. These people are also often the target of jealousy and exclusion. And in the dating scene, a person with extraordinary looks will get passed over as unattainable. Why do attractive people get hired? This preference for attractiveness can be found across domains, including politics, media, and the legal field. Beautiful people are also hired sooner, get promotions more quickly, are higher ranking in their companies, and receive extra benefits and perks on the job. Do beautiful people earn more money? Research shows that attractive people earn more than people with below average looks, which adds up to a significant amount of money over a lifetime. The public would rather deal with a good-looking shop clerk rather than a less visually appealing one. Again, these answers to the research seems very, very biased and ethically unfair. But let's continue. What is the halo effect? The halo effect causes a trait, such as beauty, to drastically color your perception of all other traits. If you think someone is beautiful, you are also likely to assume they're smart, ambitious, and interesting. Okay, some may be asking, well, if there are all these positive qualities on being more attractive, how do one become more attractive? While a new haircut, a little powder, and knowing what others find attractive might help you to put on a good face, there are inner factors at play also. A better foundation to build on is being confident, positive, and engaging with life. Feeling good about who you are will change the way you feel, move your body, and relate to others. What makes a person attractive? This is a cliche, but beauty is often in the eyes of the beholder. What is deemed attractive to one person may not be so for another. However, a conventional and symmetric face is generally considered appealing. Also, people are often drawn to what is familiar. For example, people who grew up in the same neighborhood are commonly attracted to each other. Okay, next. I'm not attractive enough. How can I feel better about my looks? Most people are far too critical of their own physical appearance, especially those who engage in self-downing or negative self-talk, which can and should be challenged. It is important to also focus on non-physical aspects of one's desirability, such as warmth, character, and personality. When evaluating your own attractiveness to potential partners, recognize that most individuals weigh all these factors and more in seeking relationships. What do women find attractive in men? While heterosexual women also seek symmetry in male partners' features, as well as height, they generally value status and resources at least as much, focusing on the question of whether a man will help them raise and support future children. What do men find attractive in women? Heterosexual men more strongly desire women with hourglass-shaped figures, as well as feminine features. These characteristics are considered markers of healthy and fertility. So, do people think they're better looking than they are? We are predisposed to thinking we are better than average in many domains, including intelligence, attractiveness, and even the ability to drive a car. In a set of experiments, researchers morphed photographs of study participants into more attractive or more unattractive images. Participants were more likely to recognize an unattractive, enhanced version of their own face, but not the attractive versions. Does intelligence make you more attractive? The more intelligent you are, the more attractive you appear. However, a genius-level IQ is less desirable in a potential mate. A very high IQ might be perceived as bringing trade-offs with other desirable characteristics, such as social skills and interpersonal functioning, though this is often more perception than reality. In general, very smart people appear particularly appealing, especially as long-term partners. But the question is, what makes someone physically attracted to you? Here are a few pillars of physical attraction. Beauty, proximity, which is the encountering the person daily in a work setting, for example. Similarity, among others. Indeed, how you look can make someone attracted to you. And the more often two people see each other, the more likely they will become attracted to each other. Plus, we are more attracted to others who are similar to us in appearance, beliefs, and interests. In another article of the psychological effects of beauty standards by Miriam from Beautyholic, other major psychological effects of beauty standards are that we try to fit into someone else's definition rather than realizing our own worth. The most important thing is that beauty comes from within. It should not be a forced concept that the outside world puts on you. There is no single definition of beauty, as stated before. The definition itself varies from one culture to the next. Every color is beautiful. Every body type is gorgeous, and every face is beautiful. Every human being on this earth is unique, and hence everyone is beautiful. You should have a beautiful heart and soul to truly define beauty. A beautiful face alone doesn't cut it. She goes on to say, stop trying to be like someone else. Another crucial thing you need to do is stop comparing yourself with others. Everyone is their own kind of beautiful. So if you are trying to be like someone else, you need to stop it right away. Frankly speaking, it is just going to make you feel worse. To see and do things that will make you love yourself. There is numerous content on the internet or psychology research that talks about self-love. She concluded by saying the media and beauty advertisements only portray an unattainable and over-sexualized version of beauty. You should not be harrowing yourself with these ideas and notions in order to look or feel beautiful. Spending your energy and time analyzing perfectionist beauty ideals does more bad than good. Therefore, just love yourself and stay healthy. And I totally agree. What are your thoughts on the standards of beauty based on culture? And also, what about these unrealistic standards of beauty from your culture? Share with me.